is coming from my fucking... Okay, we're gonna restart this then. You should be coming out of my frickin' headphones, not my computer speakers. Hi guys. How do I put this? I'll just wait for some people to come. Cause, you know what? I'm gonna get the what happened and have to say the same fucking thing over again. And I really don't want to say the same fucking thing over again because that's really fucking annoying. I just got off the phone with Jason, actually. So apparently he's going to the hospital because he's going insane. He's very nervous and, you know, very manic. So he's going to the hospital to try to get some help right now. So I want to ask everyone for prayers and like good vibes and stuff going his way, because he's suffering. The dude is really suffering. I don't like seeing that. I don't want him to suffer. I just want him to get better. But he's going through it right now, so he needs good vibes. You know, he needs some prayer and some good energy heading his way. You know, because I don't want the man to go freaking nuts and crazy. You know, I don't want him to, like... Also, I don't feel like, you know... I don't want him to feel the need to, like, having to, like... How do I put this? Like, need me. Like, I want him to know, like, if he's feeling bad mentally, like, he should be going to the hospital, not, like, trying to come to me for me to, like, fix it, because I'm not going to fix it. So, yeah, Jason's heading to the hospital right now. He said he'll call me afterward to let me know how he's doing. Hi, Els. How are you? Is he okay? He's losing his mind, man. Yeah, this is very hard on him, what he's going through right now. It's hard on him. You know, he feels guilty as hell, and he should. You know, he feels bad that, you know, he's lost us. And because of that, it's hard on him. He feels very manic, very unfocused. Yeah. Yeah, at least he's going to seek help. Yeah, that is a very good thing that he's seeking help right now, because he needs to. You know, it'd be nice for him to, like, be able to get himself put together, so maybe, like, something could happen with us again. I don't know. But it's like, as of now, I'm just, like, so unsure about our future. Because it's just been so much. It's been too much. And, you know, it's not like I'm gonna give up on him, like, as a person, like, as a friend and shit like that. Because I know, like, me and him, we were, like, this, like, friendship always, you know? So it's like, I don't want to give that fucking shit up, like, a friendship. Because of someone having mental health problems, you know, I don't want to give that up. You know, but at the same time, I certainly don't want to live with someone who's like going insane, because that doesn't help me and my mental health either. Like, we gotta look at things that are, you know, good for me and the kids first before him. And I hate saying it like that, but it's true. Like, if he's not well here, he can't, like, what am I smoking? This is nicotine, dude. This is just a vape. It's like, I think it's like 5%, like, it calls like nic salt or something, like nicotine salt, I guess. That's what they say. But I just want the dude better. I want him to finally have, like, a little fucking peace in his life without things feeling and being so chaotic in his life. Because I can't handle that. I wish I could. I wish I could be, like, a more patient person where I could handle it, but like I've handled it so long that it's like I'm burnt out. So I'm worried about him. I hope he'll be okay. I hope he'll be okay. You know, 'cause he is going through a lot, you know. He's going through a lot. So, you know, please just pray for Jason while he's in the hospital getting help right now. You know, just pray for him that he's going to be safe and he can, you know, start feeling better. Because, like, I'll just be honest, like, cancel culture is so bad for the human spirit, right? A lot of people fuck up and do fucked up shit, right? I've done fucked up shit. I get it, you know, but but because people have done fucked up shit in their past, I don't think a person should suffer for the rest of their life and be reminded for the rest of their life over, like, the fucked up shit they do. And that's why cancel culture is so toxic, because they make you suffer for your fucked up shit your whole life without acknowledging, like, how would that make me feel if I had to suffer for my whole life over the fucked up shit I do, you know? They don't see it from that point of view. They don't follow the golden rule. I think that's what the main thing is, the people of cancel culture. They don't do unto others as you would do to yourself, you know? Probably Violet Games. I'm not on YouTube. YouTube is a very abusive place to be. You know, YouTube is a place where they allow bullying, and they allow the mob to rule the streets, you know. So no one can really be creative or get ahead on YouTube because there's so many fucking hateful people on it. Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be fine at the end of the day. You know, but it's like, I still don't think people should fucking suffer for the fucked up shit they do. You know, so that's why I'm not, like, holding a grudge or, like, being all, like, feisty and angry and, like, knocking this dude down, because it's like, he already is fucking down, dude. You don't fucking knock people down when they're already fucking down. That's some fucked up shit. But that's what cancel culture does. They knock people down for being down. They knock people down for being human and people who err. You know, to be human is to err. And they seem to forget that human element of error. That human element of weakness and vulnerability. And that's pretty fucking sad. That's really fucking sad. That, like, human beings have to look at people with such a apathetic mindset. Like, I can't do that. Like, I know I've had so many people try to influence me. Or more like, probably the better word would be manipulate me. To, like, be an angry person. To lash out and shit. But it's like, I can't. I don't have the energy for that shit, man. My brother has severe mental health issues and is unmedicated. He's 36. I became a social worker because of him. He's the most loving person in the world, but he has done a lot of bad too. It's hard. Yeah. See, and that's the problem with mental problems and not getting the help you need, is you're gonna get into trouble. You're gonna do fucked up bad things. And the main thing is, it's because you're not coping with your problems correctly. That's why therapy and, you know, possibly medication is so good, because it helps you cope through the day-to-day process of your mind being fucking broken. We judge a lot of people with mental health issues, but I don't judge. Yes, totally. Yeah, it's coming the day where you can't hide on the internet and destroy people's lives anymore. They already put in place ways to save all our data. Yeah, I am looking for that day where people can't, you know, ruin other people's lives because they don't like them on the internet. Like, it's so gross. It's such a gross mentality to have, is to tear people down and their livelihoods down because you don't like a certain opinion they have, or you just don't like them. Like, I have so many people speculating and just slandering my character just constantly. And it's not just me, it's other people too, that they, like, this cancel culture is doing. And they think because they come in a huge group of people that they're right. When, you know, they can't see the fucked upness of what they're doing with cancel culture. They just can't see it. They can't see, like, I'm interfering in someone's livelihood. I'm interfering in someone's life. I'm not minding my fucking business. You know, and they don't seem to, like, have the ability of being like, well, if I was going through that, how would it make me feel? They just don't seem to have that ability. It's just, let's get them. And it's like, it's almost like a delusional, like, vigilante type mindset. Yep, exactly. It's not known people that suffer from that. Actually, we all judged as soon as you put out a single picture out there. Yeah, I'm just like, the thing is like, it's weird. It's weird, this, like, judgy attitude people put onto others. Like, I've been judgmental, but, you know, because I've been judgmental, because I recognize what that does to an individual, I learned not to, like, be like that anymore, to be judgmental. Like, instead of being judgmental toward people, how about Try to be understanding toward people. Have a little more grace and mercy. You know, usually when people do fucked up shit, it's because they are fucked up. And something's going on in their mind that isn't right. And it needs to be fixed. Not like shamed or shunned or treated like you're Hitler. Like, and I honestly, I'm the type of individual that could look at Hitler and his life as a whole, and I can be sympathetic to even Hitler, because, like, the true Hitler, the true Adolf, who he was as a person, was destroyed by war. Who he was supposed to be was an artist. He was supposed to be creative and loving in a lot of ways. But his talents that he had in art and in architecture wasn't nourished at all. And instead they threw a young man in World War I, and it destroyed his fucking mind. And his creativity went from making paintings and creating buildings to destroying human lives. All because who he truly was not allowed. He had to be forced to hurt people. Isn't that some deep shit? Isn't that some deep shit? Like I said, instead of judging, maybe understanding a little where someone comes from. I don't know. People do bad things because, like I said, they're fucked up. Not necessarily mean they're bad people. You just have to look at it. Like, people aren't born monsters. They're made into monsters by environment, by society, by lack of nourishment, lack of encouragement. You know, people become cold. They become jaded. I don't want to be like that, though. I choose not to be that way. I choose not to be judgmental. I choose to understand the human element compared to judging the human element. Exactly, violent games. Exactly. Give a man power, watch him become crazy, watch heads roll. Exactly. Exactly. Power is very corrupting, so my thinking is, if power corrupts absolutely, why even want power if it's going to corrupt you and destroy your soul, and not only your soul but the soul of others? Wouldn't it be easier if you gave up power and just let life be as it is? It'd be a lot easier for you as a person, I would assume, than constantly trying to cling on to control. Because life is a wave. It's water. It can be turbulent, like water can. But if you don't agitate water, water's very soothing, very calming, very nourishing, hydrating. You know? That's how life is. Ups and downs, ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. So why judge it? Why judge something that is? I don't know. Being a scientist in your mind is a lot more important to me. Elsmeyer. Yep, me too. That is like a social worker therapist mentality we have. See why people do what they do. Find the source, help and heal people. Exactly. And I recognize that actually with social workers now by my life being surrounded by them so many years. Is like most social workers go into the business because they want to help people. They want to heal people from their fucked upness. With my career, I meet a lot of labeled, messed up people, but really they are usually in extreme deep thinkers and hurt in this lifetime. Exactly. Thank you for recognizing that, by the way. Thank you for recognizing that. And that's one thing. Like, with cancel culture, is you take that, you judge people and you throw people away from society who are hurting. You're kicking people that are hurting. I know they do fucked up things, but people who hurt do fucked up things. So it leads me to believe that you're doing this cancel culture, which is also another fucked up thing. And it leads me to believe that you're hurting, and you think, I would assume, just because you're hurting, you think your hurt will be healed by taking it out on another individual who you deem unworthy. So you take all that pain and hurt you have out on a stranger on the internet. And in a lot of ways with cancel culture, you have no guide to life. You're certainly not thinking for yourselves or for yourselves. You're too consumed in other people's lives. And a lot of people are like, leave me alone, and you choose to cross their boundaries while at the same time being mad at them for crossing other people's boundaries. And you can't see your hypocrisy. You can't see your hypocrisy. Like, this world needs to heal. It doesn't need to judge anymore. It needs to heal. And you can't heal someone by judging them. You have to heal someone by understanding them. You have to heal someone by being there for them. People need to divert the energy they give to speculating you plus Jason and direct that time and energy to themselves. Exactly. Because if they diverted all their energy they give to speculating on me or anyone else for that matter, and they spent it on their own selves, they could be greater than what they are now. Like, you could be so much better than what you are. Cancel culture, the whole psychological, like, I don't even know why you don't even listen to this stuff. The whole psychological community is disgusted by cancel culture. You're saying you're doing the right thing, but you're not even listening to the science. Cancel culture is dangerous. Cancel culture causes people to S themselves. Every day someone is taking their own life because of cancel culture, because they feel like they have no way out and no other choice, because they don't get mercy, they don't get grace, they don't get understanding, they don't get that nourishment, that comfort, that love that they need. Instead, they're getting torn down over and over and over and over and over and over and over again by a massive amount of people. That messes so much with your mind. You would not want that to happen to you if it happened. You would not want that to happen to you, so why are you doing that to other people? Like, humanity really needs to relearn how to forgive others for their trespasses. they really need to learn how to forgive others and help them through their struggles. You know, if you see someone who's going through some fucked upness shit, reach out to them. Ask them if they're okay. Don't shun them. So ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's like, you ain't gonna help no one by shaming them. You ain't gonna help no one. You ain't helping yourself. You just stuck in a cosmic cycle, or a karmatic cycle of just negative energy, and you're trying to bring that onto other people and put them down and stuff. And I'm sorry, people who do shit like that, you gotta be so fucking miserable with your lives. You gotta be so fucking miserable with your lives. And the only way I can tell you how to get out of it is to start taking care of yourself. Start valuing yourself. Find your self-worth. Because people who have self-worth don't go around attacking people. They try to lift them up. I'll say that again. People who are happy and taking care of themselves don't go around attacking people. They lift them up. Because they want them to have the same amount of happiness and joy and comfort and relaxation as they have. You know, if you're going around and attacking people, you do not have peace in your heart. You do not have peace in your heart. And it's sad to watch how cancel culture is, and seeing how bitter people are toward people they don't even fucking know in real life. It's really fucked up, dudes. It's really fucked up. Like I said, you're not even listening to the science. A lot of these people who are part of cancel culture, these are doctors, nurses, engineers. The list can go on and on of how brilliant these people are. But they're ignoring science about how it harms people. Thank you, Amber. So, like, I don't know how to help y'all, like, other than telling you to just quit the bullshit and judging people, man, so harshly. Like, if someone gets in trouble with the law, that's not your problem. That's not your business to go and judge them. That's the judge that should be judging them, not your motherfucking ass. Okay? If someone ends up in jail, they did it to themselves. So they should be able to handle that shit themselves without a motherfucker getting in the way and being like, I know this person from the internet. No, you don't fucking know them. You just see them on the internet. Just because you see someone on the internet does not mean you know them. A lot of people pretend they fucking know me, and they don't fucking know me from fucking Adam. But they pretend they know me and who I am as a person. But they don't hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's all gibberish to them. You know why they can't recognize the words that are coming out of my mouth? They can't understand that I'm working from a level of love. They can't hear that because they don't recognize love, because they don't give it to others. You don't give love. So how do you expect these people to recognize love if they can't give it to others? How do you expect people to be nice if they can't give it to others? Like, you give what you receive. You know? And if you're all up in that fucked upness shit, and you're attacking a motherfucker, a psychologist or anyone in the mental health field will recognize if you're attacking people, you ain't happy. You're fucking miserable. and you need some fucking help. If you're spending all day talking about motherfucking people that you don't even fucking know and analyzing their fucking life, you got a fucking obsessive compulsion disorder type shit going on with you. You got to get some help. You got to get some therapy. Because you ain't focusing on yourself, you're focusing on others. How can you deem yourself mentally healthy if you're focusing on others and not yourself? How can you say you're a loving person if you're focusing on others and not yourself? You got to love yourself and got to be happy first in order to be able to extend that to your fellow man. Because if you're not happy and you're miserable, you're going to attack. And not only are you going to attack, you're going to feel like you're being attacked by people who are just like, dude, you need to get help. You should listen to some people when they say you need to get help. You should recognize that you're in a very negative cycle when you're going around and attacking and making fun of people all the time. You should recognize that. Medical community would tell you that straightforward to your face. Period. I ain't making shit up. You could look it up yourself. You can Google that shit. Just Google, is cancel culture good for mental health? And just look at all the research. And then you tell me what you're doing is a good thing when you're contributing to one of the worst evils mankind has ever done to their fellow man. Like, you're going around thinking you're hurting people, but at the same time, you're hurting your fucking self. You're making yourself look bad. You're making yourself look like a judgmental person. You're making yourself look like an asshole, first of all. There's that one. You're making yourself look untrustworthy when you do that shit. Not a good look. And it's definitely not good for humanity's sake. It's definitely not a humanist thing about it. It's definitely not something that Gene Roddenberry would be for. The negativity they hone in on and put so much energy into, so toxic to the body, mentally and physically. Exactly. They need help. They need help. And not only that, but here's the thing. All the people they fucking attack. You're working extra hard to make someone look bad, which makes me think that maybe they're not as bad as what you're putting them off as. Because, see, if someone's a horrible person, you don't need a whole group to prove that. Of people just validating each other's assumptions and innuendos. Usually, when someone's horrible and evil, you can recognize that pretty fast. You don't need a whole group to prove it. To me, when I see a whole group of people attacking an individual, this is what goes through my mind. I'm like, they're putting a little extra too much work in trying to deceive people into who this person is. Like, you don't need to put a lot of work into making someone look bad if they are bad. It would be apparent. But because the people you attack aren't bad, it's not that apparent unless you push their buttons. And then, you have that gotcha moment. But is it really honest of an approach to poke someone constantly and they react to your abusive behavior of poking someone, of mentally harming them. What you doing by doing that is called reactionary abuse. All you're doing is poking someone to get a reaction, right? You're being abusive toward them. So, like, why are you mad at that person when you do just as bad? You know, you're the one going out of your way to talk shit about someone. That person's just trying to live their fucking life. So to me, when I see that, I think the other person's in the right and not your fucking hate group. Because I recognize that when you get a group of people and they keep trying to say the same shit over and over again, but really don't show any fucking evidence, that fucking shit is called propaganda. That's straight up freaking Nazi bullshit that's going on there. To one of understanding, they would see how it is. Because see, you're not taking me for my words of what I say. Instead, you're assuming shit of what I'm saying, because for some reason you have a problem with someone being positive. Probably because you want to keep them in your level of low energy thinking. But when someone reaches and transcends above the hate, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say to get them angry, because they recognize that you trying to poke at them is a form of manipulation and abuse, and your power is over. Because they transcended from being hateful, from being bitter, from being malicious, to being a loving being of light who'd rather care about your stupid ass, your hateful stupid ass, and try to help you through your pain, than get all offensive with my ego and take it out on you. I don't have to do that. I'd rather teach. I'd rather bring understanding to life and scenarios. Because see, when you bring understanding, when you bring knowledge, when you bring wisdom to a scenario, when you bring no judgment to a scenario, only understanding and wisdom, you will find true peace in your heart, and you would not find the need to attack anyone. Instead, you look at those awful fucking people and you just pity them because they haven't transcended like you. They're still in this low mentality, middle school fucking thinking. They lack understanding. It's foolishness. People who try to purposely trigger someone who is especially already down, absolutely toxic behavior. It is scary. People who purposely want to harm others, psychotic. Yeah, it is. Now, my question to you, Els, is this. Do you think it's possible that these toxic ass people can change their mentality and get rid of their toxic behavior? Do you think people have the ability to change like that? I'll wait for your opinion on that. Because my opinion is that someone can change toxic behavior. Someone can rise above the hate and their bitterness and their ego and their assumptions and judgments. People can rise above that. I believe that everyone can improve their lifestyle. And there's Els Maya, she answered me. Yes, I think so, definitely. If they want to, if they see their wrongdoing, I believe it's possible if they recognize their errors. Yeah, exactly. You got to recognize that you're putting harm on someone. You got to recognize it. And you got to be honest with yourself. Am I hurting someone? If the answer is yes, and if the person is saying, yeah, dude, you're hurting me, you probably should believe them. And when you recognize you're hurting someone, you probably should learn not to cross that boundary anymore and become a peaceful citizen of the human race again, instead of being so incendiary toward people who think differently, feel differently, react differently, behave differently. Not everything has to be shamed if it's different. Maybe a little change is good, a little difference is good in this world. Maybe the reason why people are so different is because, you know, if everyone was the same, it'd be fucking boring. Maybe you need that different of opinion. Maybe you need that different perspective in order to grow as a person. But what happens if you're judgmental? If you're judgmental toward people, if you judge people for being different, and you judge people for their flaws, well, you know what? You're just closed-minded. You're closing yourself off from additional information, from additional wisdom, from additional perspectives, from additional lifestyles. You are limiting yourself of amazing knowledge, and that is also very foolish. Recognize that shit, man. Recognize that shit. You know, admit it to yourself. Admit that you're hurting people. Admit that you've been stuck in this really bad negative space, and you've done nothing but degrade and hurt people because of cancel culture, because you want to be part of the crew. You want to feel included. I get that. I get the fact that you want to feel validated and you want to feel like you're part of something. But honey, I'll be honest with you, cancel culture is not a place to make friends. Because as soon as you do something that they don't like, you're going to be next on the list. Like, I don't know why people haven't learned this in grade school, but you know what? If other people are talking about other people behind their back, they're going to talk about you behind your back. So why are you putting your trust and your energy in people who are talking behind other people's fucking back? Why are you being so unwise and so ignorant about your own life? So irresponsible. It's completely irresponsible with your own life to just go with people who are rude and malicious just because they don't like the person's lifestyle or who they are as a person. Exactly. Anyone who speaks to me about others badly, I do not associate with them. Thank you, Elsmeyer. See, that's a mature standpoint to have in life. You don't want people in your life, if you see them talking about others bad, they're going to do it to you. And then maybe you'll learn not to do that to others when it finally happens to you. When the karmatic balance of life, and it will happen, come back to you. Maybe you'll learn, be like, wow, I shouldn't have done that to others. Wow, I feel bad for what I did. And you know what? When you get to that point, apologize who you hurt. Apologize to them, because you owe them that apology. And even more important, you owe yourself to give that apology out to the person you hurt. You owe yourself to give that apology out, because if you're not saying you're sorry to the person you hurt, you're not very repentant, and you don't really mean what you say. You owe the person you hurt an apology. So apologize to them. Give them something that you took away. Their peace of mind. Their positive energy. You took that away and put negative on them. And then you want to pretend that you're a good person when you're all you're doing is exhibiting negative energy and shaming people who do negative energy type shit. You're no better. You're not lifting anyone up. You're not changing anyone's minds. All you're doing is perpetuating more hatred, more suffering in this world, not only to that person you're targeting, but to yourself. And you're getting all upset and all stressed out and all agitated over someone you don't even fucking know in real life. All because someone told you that person's evil. That's the funny thing about cancel culture, is most of the things these people go on aren't even fucking true. They're all assumptions. Ain't that some bullshit? Now, if I could call anything a strong delusion, it's cancel culture. A strong delusion that you can cause people not to exist by ruining their life. No, they still exist. You just ruin their life and livelihood so you could feel better and feel like you're included in some fucking group. Hope you're proud of yourself that you've damaged someone and helped contribute to damage someone. Hope you're proud of yourself at the end of the day. Because I don't know how you could go to bed at night. I don't know how you could look yourself in the mirror knowing that you're openly and viciously attacking people. And if you take in what I'm saying as a fucking attack, you got a fucking problem, because I ain't attacking nobody. I ain't saying any names. I'm putting everyone in a hole. And not only that, I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just simply saying to cut the fucking bullshit out. Stop trying to destroy people who you don't fucking know. Because you heard something on the internet about someone that you didn't like. You didn't like that thing. Why do you think it's your business to destroy someone? Because you heard something on the internet. Why do you think that's okay? That's the biggest thing I want to know. Why is it okay to viciously attack someone who you don't know in real life? But then again, why is it okay to viciously attack someone who you do know in real life? Why do you feel the need to attack, period? That says something about your spirit, not the other person. Like, you cancel culture. You want to attack people and cancel people for being violent in certain scenarios, but at the same time your words are violent. You not allowing people to have livelihoods, that's fucking violent. You're no different. So why you mad? Why you mad when you have the same violent tendencies as the person you're hating on? Do you see your hypocrisy yet? Because if you do, fucking change it. Period. Peace and Maranatha.